What's up? Your boy Prince Love Wrestling back with another video, and today we got WrestleMania 41 predictions. The time is finally here, ladies and gentlemen. It is WrestleMania week, and we got a big WrestleMania to talk about. So, if you guys are new to the channel, please subscribe and comment. We are at literally 0 subscribers. Just started this channel, and we're trying to grow. If you guys want to follow me on TikTok and Instagram, it is Prince Love Wrestling, same as the YouTube channel. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's get into the predictions, and feel free to comment down below your guys' predictions as well. But without further ado, let's get it started. Kicking it off with the Women's Tag Team Championships be defended by Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez to Bayley and Lyra Valkyria. Now look, this match thrown together last minute, and I'm still upset that they scrapped the Roxanne Perez and Bayley match, and the fact that Lyra is not defending her Intercontinental title at WrestleMania. But that's another topic for another video. For this prediction, I'm going to go with Raquel and Liv to retain the titles. Whether Bayley turns on Lyra Valkyria or not, I think that, Liv and Raquel need to retain these titles and, hold them titles for a little bit. But I'm going with Liv and Raquel to retain whether Bayley turns on Lyra or not. Next, we have Rey Mysterio taking on El Grande Americano. Now, look, it is not Chad Gable. For anyone who thinks this is Chad Gable, you are delusional. This is one of the greatest luchador wrestlers of all time, El Grande Americano. Now, he is the greatest, but unfortunately, he will not be walking out of WrestleMania as the winner, as I think Rey Mysterio will be winning this match. And this should have been a mass versus mass match. Hopefully, they make the announcement, and that's what it ends up turning out to be. But I think this will end with Rey Mysterio unmasking El Grande. And y'all will finally, and I mean finally, see that it is not Chad Gable. Rey Mysterio of the Deadbeat shouldn't even be on WrestleMania in the same presence as El Grande. But in all seriousness, though, I'm going Rey Mysterio to be El Grande, and it should be a cool little match. Next, we got the War Raiders defending the World Tag Team Championships against the New Day. Now, a lot of people have been upset that this match is on the card instead of the SmackDown Division's championship matches, and I completely agree. I think the Street Profits and everyone in that tag division has built up the storyline and that tag division, and they deserve to be on WrestleMania. But I'm thinking that this match is on the card because Big E may return. But I'm going to go off just the match, no returns, no shenanigans, and I'm going to go with the New Day to win. I think they deserve to be the new tag team champions. And I think that them getting those tag team titles will really elevate the Raw division because, the New Day are going to cook for sure. And I think those titles being on the New Day are also going to help benefit the New Day because it's been a lack of their storylines. So I'm going with the New Day to become the new tag team champions, and maybe we see Big E return. Next, we got AJ Styles taking on Logan Paul. And look, I think Logan Paul is a great wrestler, but we got to stop giving wins to Logan Paul over Hall of Famers, literally Hall of Famers. You're telling me someone who hasn't been in the company for maybe even more than 5 years are beating vets like AJ Styles? Like, it doesn't make any sense to me. And I don't know. Triple H needs to stop with this Logan Paul push thing, and he thinks Logan Paul is going to be the next big star. It's not working with the wrestling fans. I get it. It's bringing in more streams and stuff, but we got to chill. Like, Logan Paul being on the card over people on the roster who literally dedicated their whole life to this, it's just a little crazy. But I'm going with Logan Paul to win. Again, it's sad, but yeah, I'm going with Logan Paul to win. There's been rumors about Omos joining Logan Paul. I think that'd be a great factor. But yeah, Logan Paul taking the dub here. And next up, we got Jade Cargill taking on Naomi. And this is also a fun fact about this match. This is the first women's singles match that has nothing to do with a championship, which I think is pretty crazy. And that shows the lack of storyline that they, add on to women's wrestling. And I mean, this is a start, so I can't complain. This is a start, and I hope that it continues to be that way. But Jade Cargill versus Naomi, this has been a great story back in an Elimination Chamber when Jade Cargill made a return and attacked Naomi. I thought that was absolute cinema. And, yeah, I think Jade Cargill definitely has to get this win. If she got thrown to a damn car, she's definitely winning this match. I think Naomi has been doing the best work of her career right now, and I think she should win Money in the Bank and be in that championship division soon. But for this match at WrestleMania, I'm going with Jade Cargill to pick up the win. Next up, we got LA Knight defending the United States Championship against Jacob Fatu Yaramin. You feel me? This is going to be a pretty good match too. A lot of people think that this could be a squash match. A lot of people also think that Solo is going to interfere and cost Jacob Fatu the match. And while I can see that happening, because that is a play that WWE used to like to always use, but I think that Jacob Fatu should win this match. I think LA Knight needs to be out of the mid-card title scene and move up to the main title scene. And Fatu's been booked like he's unstoppable, and I don't think his first big loss should be at LA Knight, especially on the grandest stage, WrestleMania. So I think Jacob Fatu should pick up the United States Championship, and then you could further continue that storyline with Solo. Maybe Solo getting jealous that Jacob Fatu has championship gold and he doesn't, and you could continue that. But I don't think Solo interfering during the match, and I don't know. I just don't see that happening, and Jacob Fatu getting pinned. If that happens, then Jacob Fatu has definitely got a little nerfed, just a little bit. But yeah, I'm going with Jacob Fatu to walk out of WrestleMania with the United States Championship. Up, we got a Sin City street fight match between Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre. Now, I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. When this match was first announced, I was not at all excited for this, mainly because I thought that Drew McIntyre should have been involved in something more, higher level. But they've been working on it, and, over the couple of weeks and the months that this has been built up, I'm kind of enjoying it. And I think that this street fight match could possibly be a sleeper match of the night. And, yeah, I think this is going to be a great match. So, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre. Who needs to win more? Now, I have a feeling that they're going to have Damian Priest go over. But if we're really looking at this deeply, Drew McIntyre should be the one walking out of this with the win. I feel like if he wins this, Drew McIntyre is looked at and considered as a big threat to any of the world championships. And Damian Priest literally pinned Drew McIntyre last year. Yeah, it was a cash-in, but he got his moment on Drew McIntyre last year. And Drew McIntyre has lost all of his past feuds. So let's give Drew McIntyre a win. And then after this, please have Drew McIntyre go after a world championship, a mid-card title, something. But yeah, I'm going with Drew McIntyre to pick up this win. I think it'll be a great match, though. So yeah, comment down below what you guys think about this match. Next up, we got Braun Breaker defending the Intercontinental Championship against Dirty Dom, Finn Balor, and Penta in a fatal four-way. Now, this is one of the matches I'm looking forward to the most because I feel like it's going to be a very fast-paced match. And we're going to see a lot of, the teasing of Dirty Dom and Finn Balor turning on each other. And we'll get a little bit more into that into the prediction. But let's start off with Braun Breaker. Braun Breaker has been a great Intercontinental Champion. And he's either retaining this championship or Dirty Dom. Yes, Dirty Dom is going to be walking out with the Intercontinental title. And I think that he should pin Finn Balor or just throw Finn Balor out of the ring or something involving him screwing Finn Balor out of it, because Finn Balor has been trying to say Dirty Dom can't win the big one. He can't get the job done. And I think Dirty Dom finally does this at WrestleMania, and that just sets up Finn Balor possibly leaving the Judgment Day and creates more tension between Dirty Dom and Finn Balor. Penta, I think it would be a great for him to win. He's a new star, but I feel like, that would be a crazy, crazy push. So I'm going with Dirty Dom. Now, next up, before we get into the championship matches, we need to talk about Randy Orton. Now, Randy Orton does not have an official match or an official opponent, I should say. And I have a couple of lists of, a couple of people I think that could fill that role. One, Solo Sikoa, who I feel like deserves to be there because of, he was in the Roman Reigns and Bloodline storyline. That was one of the most important storylines going on. Nick Aldis, who I feel like, can also be a great candidate for this because of the RKO, and there's storyline built to that already. And then another person I feel like could be Randy Orton's opponent is Aleister Black. That's definitely the least favorite option to actually happen. But whoever Randy Orton faces, I feel like he should pick up the win because he was going to probably beat KO. But yeah, let's get into the actual predictions. All right, now let's talk about Tiffany Stratton defending the Women's Championship against Charlotte. Now, this has been a crazy build, and I don't mean crazy good build. I mean crazy as in, controversy, the internet, getting critiqued. Just everything about this has been kind of bad. And in my opinion, I think that the heat that Charlotte has been getting recently is actually what she needs. I feel like Charlotte, if they want to have a big heel in the company, it needs to be Charlotte. Now, of course, I'm not a fan of the way Charlotte handles business, behind closed doors with the WWE. But I feel like this heel heat that she's getting right now could really make her, one of the top people in WWE. She already is, but you guys know what I mean. Tiffany Stratton has kind of showed that she's not really ready because Charlotte's been chewing her up on the mic. Tiffany Stratton is an amazing performer and an amazing wrestler, but I feel like her losing to Charlotte will help her a little bit because then she could prove and, fight her way back up and get to the championship and finally beat Charlotte again. So if that's not clear, I'm going with Charlotte to become the new women's champion. Next up, we have Gunther defending the World Heavyweight Championship against the Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. Now, I am a Jey Uso, I wouldn't say a mark, but I'm a Jey Uso supporter since day one. Right hand man, right there. Y'all already know we've seen the potential then. And it's just crazy to see how much Jey Uso has transitioned into a main event star. Um, like I said, throwing back all the way to the pandemic where we seen the potential and we knew one day he would probably be in this position. So it's great to see, how much he's worked hard for this, and I think he deserves it. Despite what everyone says on the internet, Jey Uso is that guy right now, and I need to stop hating. The one time they actually put somebody that's over, you guys are mad about it. Like, y'all gotta stop being fickle. But yeah, for this match, it's obviously gonna be Jey Uso. He won the Royal Rumble, the most stacked Royal Rumble ever, and to have him lose to Gunther after he's already getting criticized for losing at Saturday Night's main event. So yeah, Jey Uso has to win this match. He's going to be World Heavyweight Champion. This should kick off WrestleMania to set the tone. And yeah, I'm excited for this. Next up, we got Io Sky defending the Women's World Championship against Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley. Now, let's just get this out the way already. Rhea Ripley is not winning this match. If she wins this match, the storyline just completely makes no sense. Now, I could also say the same for Bianca, but in her case, at WrestleMania, she is undefeated. She still has the big storyline going on with Jade Cargill and Naomi. And I feel like her being a world champion, and she's been kind of showing some signs of a heel turn, I think that would be the more interesting option. But the most realistic and the one that makes the most sense from what we've been seeing on TV is they've been trying to make Io Sky look like she's been the afterthought. And I feel she should not be the afterthought. They should not be booking her right now as the underdog because she is the champion. So I'm not a fan of that. And I want to go with Io Sky because that's what it seems like it's going to be. But I don't know. I think this Bianca being undefeated at WrestleMania, I think the streak has to continue. So I'm going to go with Bianca Belair to become the new women's champion. You guys can comment down below if you guys agree or disagree. Next up, we got the main event of WrestleMania Night 1, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. And this has been a great build-up as well. I feel like Seth Rollins has been kind of, the third wheel of this just a little bit. Kind of started off with just Punk and Seth, and now it's transitioned into Roman and Punk. First off, I'm just going to say I am a Roman Reigns fan, but I do believe he is definitely not winning this match. He is the last option to win this match. It's between CM Punk and Seth Rollins. And in my personal opinion, I think Seth Rollins is the smarter decision. Now, it is really cool that CM Punk has finally got his main event, and it would be a bittersweet moment for him to win that match as well. But I think Seth Rollins, off of what we're seeing on TV, has been telling the right story. I feel like the winner of this match has to represent the soul of WWE, and Seth Rollins is the soul of WWE. He's been carrying this whole company for a minute. So I have Seth Rollins walking out. Now, I don't know if Paul Heyman aligns with Seth Rollins. I really don't care who Paul Heyman's aligned with. I just want to see Seth Rollins being the one to walk out of WrestleMania with this big win. And then that could set up Roman Reigns versus Punk at SummerSlam down the line. And Seth versus Cody or Cena would be kind of cool. And now for the main event, Cody Rhodes defended the undisputed world championship against John Cena. Now, this whole build-up was just crazy. John Cena shocking the whole entire world, the whole wrestling universe, by turning heel, something we would have never thought we would have seen, and especially during his last time wrestling. And speaking of last time, this is John Cena's last WrestleMania. Supposedly, that's what he said. There's been a little speculation that maybe he might be holding the title longer or, being at next year to WrestleMania, but he said this is his last WrestleMania. So I'm going off that. John Cena has to win. He has to be the 17th world champion. Cody Rhodes has been great for a year as a champion. He's been having great matches, great storylines, and he's held it down. And he's been the face of the company. And there's nothing wrong with that. I don't think he's been a boring champion like most people think. But I think that if you're going to have John Cena turn heel and not capitalize on it, then what was the whole point of that heel turn? What was the whole point? John Cena's going to win this championship, and then he's not going to show up at all, just like he said on Raw. And it's going to be great. It's going to, have everybody step up, and then Cody Rhodes can maybe go away for a while, and then Cody Rhodes will eventually take the championship back. That's no doubt. He'll take the title back. But I think John Cena needs to have this world championship to make this whole heel run really, stick and hit harder than what it recently has been, because the promos have been kind of mid a little bit. They had one good promo against each other, but Cody Rhodes has really been, being the winner of every single segment. So I feel like John Cena is not really taking it that serious, and they're going to pull a huge shocker and have Cena win. Now, The Rock better show up. If The Rock doesn't show up, I'll be actually genuinely surprised that he's not showing up to this match. Maybe Stone Cold shows up, Travis Scott. A lot of you guys are not okay with that, but yeah, I think that John Cena has to win this match to end off WrestleMania 41 in Las Vegas, breaking the record. But yeah, those are my predictions for WrestleMania 41. I hope you guys enjoyed it. You guys, again, comment down below what you guys think about the show. Sorry if I sound rushed. I have somewhere to go, so I kind of had to, rush this video out. Sorry if I was talking quick. But those were my predictions for WrestleMania 41. Again, comment down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We're trying to grow the channel. Follow the TikTok at Prince Loves Wrestling. Same thing on Instagram, Prince Loves Wrestling. And yeah, I'm excited for the show. A lot of people think that, it's the weaker show compared to last year, and that may be true, but I feel like this is one of those WrestleManias where you can't really judge it off the match card, and you got to really let it cook and watch it, because I feel like it has the potential to still be really good. So yeah, I'm really excited. I hope all of you guys enjoy WrestleMania. Have a great week, and yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.